the CEO and founder of the outsourcing company. We're an internet marketing agency, and we've been around for 10 years. And in that time, we've helped more than 300 clients do everything from building websites to driving traffic to those sites, to getting those people to buy something or fill out a contact form. The whole process, everything that is online marketing, that's what we've been helping our clients with. The second question probably in your mind by now, because you see like all this great food and this free presentation, is what are you gonna try to sell me? And this is me a couple of years ago. I was really out of shape. And the answer is nothing. I'm really not going to try to sell you anything. About 9-10 months ago, I started a nonprofit called the Marketing and Business Foundation. And my mission is to help small business owners grow their companies by teaching them internet marketing skills. And that's my goal. I feel like if all the small businesses in Portland, do a better job, there's going to be, more money for everybody, more jobs, and we'll all be happier. So probably the next question in your mind is, where's that sexy accent from? The answer is Argentina, and my wife told me I need to say I'm married. Okay, so raise your hands if you consider yourselves people persons. Wow, I would say about 80% of the people here raise their hands. Good. Now raise your hands if you consider yourselves social media marketing experts or at least advanced users. Okay, so about 20%. Okay, well, I have really good news for you. If you're a people person, with the tool you're gonna get today, I'm almost sure. I can never be 100% sure, but I'm almost sure. That by the end of the day, you'll have what it takes to manage a social media marketing campaign effectively. It's a way to use technology to connect with people. And I really like this definition because, it's all about the people. Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, these are just different ways we can get to connect with these people. But it's all about the relationships. People get really hang out in the technology and all the latest tricks and what you can do, but it's all about old school. I talk to you, you talk to me, and that's what it is about. So I also want to talk about what I think social media marketing is not about. It's not a numbers game. And people get really excited. They're like, oh, there are 500 users on Facebook, or YouTube gets 1 million views, or I think it's 1 billion views every day. And they feel like, well, there's a huge community out there. I'll just put my spammy messages, all my marketing stuff, and hopefully people will see it, and hopefully someone will buy something from me. I think that this is completely the wrong approach. I would much rather have 5 people on LinkedIn or Facebook that I know that if I call them, they'll be happy to talk to me, than to have maybe 1,000 people that don't even know who I am. And it's also not a marketplace. People are not on Facebook, on LinkedIn, or on these social networks to buy stuff. They're there to socialize, to meet other people. So I think it's really important that you keep that in mind when you approach other people. My rule of thumb is I never do anything online that I wouldn't do in the real world. I don't go to a birthday party and say, hey, I'm Zeke. I have the best services ever. Buy my stuff. And people will be like, who are you? They don't even know who I am. They don't trust me. And my chances of doing business with that person are zero. So if you wouldn't do it offline, don't do it online either. And the next question is, how do you stand out? I mean, we talked about how big Facebook is, how big YouTube is, how big all these different social networks are, and that means there's a lot of opportunity, but it also means that there's a lot of competition. I mean, if you're a business consultant, I can guarantee that there are, maybe 20, 30,000 business consultants just like you competing for the same business. So how do you stand out? Two ways. The first one is be generous. That's probably the best advice I could give you. The days where you had to keep all the information for yourself, and you had to sell it, and you were feeling like, hey, it took me so long to learn all this different stuff. Why would I give it away for free? Those days are long gone. If you want to position yourself as a thought leader in your industry, you have to give stuff away. You have to show people how much you know. And yeah, I mean, I think generous kind of summarizes what I'm trying to say. And the other thing is be unique. A very common mistake is to get into social media marketing and look at what everybody else is doing and try to copy them. Oh, I mean, look at these experts, these gurus. Be yourself. Be loyal to everybody has their own style. So be loyal to that style. I mean, don't try to talk differently from the way you normally do it. Don't try to write about stuff you don't feel comfortable about. Be yourself. People appreciate sincerity. People appreciate people who are transparent and they show what they know, and they dare to be themselves. And I want to briefly talk about why you shouldn't obsess over social media marketing metrics. I'm a huge fan of testing everything and tracking everything I do. So for me to say don't obsess over tracking is kind of like weird. I mean, I've never said that before. But social media marketing is like word of mouth. Like 50 years ago, if you own a little retail shop, you wouldn't ask someone how they heard about you, because the word just gets around. If you I told a couple of people about this event, those people told more people, and yeah, I could spend maybe like a day and a half trying to track down how everybody found out about this event, but I'd much rather spend that time getting to know more people. So I'm not saying it's not important to ask people how they found you, but it's not a closed loop. I mean, people talk to each other, they share stuff. Most of the people who find you probably don't even know how they found you in the first place. So don't get too obsessed about tracking this.
Hurl to the center of the earth again, the place where it's hot, love, it hurts to breathe in.